Happy holidays, everyone. This is one of my favorite times of year, and when we look at all of the holidays that we celebrate, we see that there is a common denominator, and it's about light, about bringing back the light to the earth now. So imagine that you lived 1,000 years ago in Northern Europe, and you'd wake up and it would be cold and it would be dark. Maybe the sun would come up around 9 or later, but by 2 or 3 it was gone again. So all the rituals were about bringing back light. When you look in mythology, it's the birth of the Sun King, whether it be the birth of Apollo, the birth of Horus in Egypt, or the birth of the Savior Jesus. We talk about the return of the Sun King, and the goddess becomes the Great Mother again. So as we celebrate the solstice, know that it is the longest night of the year. And as we bring in the bonfires or light to represent the new beginnings again, hope for the spring, we look also at Hanukkah. And Hanukkah was about the rededication of the temple. We light the candles in the menorah because there was only enough oil for one night for the candles to burn. And yet God gave a miracle, and they lasted 8 days until there could be more oil. We look at Kwanzaa, which is actually a new holiday. It's a African-American holiday, started in 1966, and it represents the 7 African principles. So you light a new candle every day, representing a new principle of community, of family, of the things that keep us together. All of us love to look at Christmas trees. It doesn't matter what religious you are. Who doesn't delight in the lighting of the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree every year? Yet, do we know that evergreens were sacred to the Druids? It represented continuity. Holly was sacred to the god Saturn, and there were many festivals at this time of year to the god Saturn. So when the early Christians wanted to avoid persecution, they would put holly on their doors so that people would think that they were celebrating Saturn, the god of agriculture. Even candy canes, which we take for granted, we think they've been around forever, started as just sticks of sugar, and it wasn't actually until the 20th century that we even put stripes in candy cane. And your tinsel that you buy and throw all the time was made of pure silver. And of course, the mistletoe. The mistletoe is a symbol of love. It's a symbol of magical healing. In fact, that there was a lot more than kissing done under mistletoe many years ago. And mistletoe is considered an aphrodisiac, but please, no eating, it's toxic. This winter, though, this time of holiday, I want to recommend that you get together with your friends, you get together with your family, and try to experience somebody else's celebration. So go to a Kwanzaa celebration or a Hanukkah party, go to Christmas Mass, see how other people are celebrating this time of holiness and light. And then get together with your family, maybe even turn off all the lights, and by candlelight tell stories about the return of the sun. There's a wonderful Native American story where Raven turned himself into a pine needle, and he drifted down into the water, where the chief's daughter drank the water and became pregnant with Raven. And when she gave birth to this baby, the only way that it would stop crying is when the chief gave it a big ball of light. And Raven took the ball of light and traveled up into the sky and placed the ball of light there for everyone. So let us use that story as a symbol of how we can celebrate this holiday. Let us share the light. How can you share the light? Maybe you want to plant a tree for the earth, bake cookies for a neighbor, help out in the soup kitchen, take some of the old toys that your children have and recycle them, be a secret Santa. But whatever you do, let's make this holy. Let us make this a time of spreading light and peace and love in the earth. Blessings.